As we jump into these next chapters in the book of Revelation, especially the scene of the throne and the Lamb, it's really important for us to understand that things are not as they seem. Now, that seems like you hear me saying that a lot. Things are not as they seem. But that's one of the giant messages of the book of Revelation. Things are not as they seem. That there is going on in heaven worship that's going on all the time. There is in heaven a throne and someone is sitting on it. You'll hear me saying that this next week. But things are not as they seem. When we talked about a door being opened up, that Jesus was doing the work of the Father showing Jesus the things that he's doing. He's working on the Sabbath in John 5:19. He's working in all kinds of ways that we don't see. Even when things seem to be falling apart, things are not as they seem. And for us in the West, not just in West Coast, but in the West, in the United States and Europe, and the way that we think is that the things that we can detect with our own senses, those are the things that are real, and the things that are not detectable by our senses are the things, those things are subjective. They're whatever. We don't trust them, we don't tend to trust them. But the reality is that Scripture puts forth this idea that things are not as they seem. Things are not as they seem, that God is working in ways that we don't understand and can't discern right now, and that we need to dial into and to trust him in the situations, no matter what is going on. So you might have some really crazy things going on in your life today, in this season. Things are not as they seem, that there are different factors that are going on. There's a storylines and narratives that are going on that you and I do not see and that we do not detect with our unaided senses. Things are not as they seem.